Officer, I don't even want to mess up your name.
Isagiri.
Isagiri, I never would have got that right. Your badge number, please?
93.
93, okay. Isagiri.
Yes.
We want to report the safety hazard here. There's a tape that these children could be tripping on,
Yeah.
especially over here.
We're working on that right now.
Okay.
We're discussing.
Okay.
The last lieutenant told us that we had up to 18 inches from the fence.
That's still,
Has that changed?
that's still current?
We have scheduled for the DOT to come out
Okay.
to do a survey.
Yeah.
So we're still waiting the proper boundaries and lines. So they're supposed to be coming out to do the survey.
Okay.
We don't until we have that, we can't formally say one way or another.
Okay.
So we need to get the proper boundaries of where their property ends or begins and the DOT property and the easements and all that. So there's public utilities, there's easements, there's the public transportation for pedestrians, the highways, and then the private property.
So the lieutenant that talked to us last time said we could be up, he said just give them 2 feet from the fence and we were good. That's what he said.
Which is what we've always done.
What is the lieutenant's name here? I didn't quite get his name.
Lieutenant
Whitaker?
Whitaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're talking to them now. So
Is it, as of right now, we're still okay on this grass, right? Is that right?
It's right now.
Is it right now?
What we have to go on based on the Polk County Property Appraiser's website, it shows that this property goes up to just on the other side of this fence. But
Okay.
I'm looking on a map with a red line.
Okay.
I don't have a tape measure to say, okay, is it 18 inches? Is it 12 inches? Is it 6 inches? I don't know. So until we have somebody come out from the state and stake it out and post it,
Yeah.
we don't have a definitive line right now.
So we're okay on the grass then?
Well, the one issue that we're addressing
Yes, sir.
though is the right. We do have an issue. There's a statute against signage. You can't.
Yeah.
Those aren't our signs.
Those are
yeah.
yours, so.
I understand.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay. We're
That
holding ours.
We're here unbiased on both sides.
Okay.
Right,
We
right.
enforce the statutes and laws.
Yeah, we were told that last
If
time
they're in
too, that we had to
violation,
hold our
they're
signs.
going to be notified. If if we find you in violation, you'll be notified. Both sides, we're here fair, equally, to make sure everyone is doing what they're supposed to be doing, so that everybody is safe and nobody's hurt or injured. At the same time, not violating anyone's constitutional rights. Okay.
Just the babies in the womb, right?
Well,
Just the babies in the womb.
again, like
That's why
I
we're
said,
here.
that's not something that I'm not getting into. We have politicians, legislators. They decide what the rules and what how they want to enforce what the society is.
So did Hitler.
So
So did Hitler.
again, like I said, we're not getting into that.
Put it
But-
around.
But
But I am here to make sure that everyone is following the rules and laws and everybody is
Put it
safe.
around.
So currently we're okay being where we're at on the grass. Is that?
Put it around.
I'm just trying to clarify.
Well, the question right now, this is an issue. The signs.
Okay.
Okay, so
What about where the ladder is? Is that
talking
okay?
about them about removing that, but
Okay.
we do. The ladder is an issue,
Okay.
and the same thing with that sign. The signs in your possession and holding is fine,
Okay.
but erecting.
Okay. I can move that.
Erecting, planting, or placing a fixed sign, we can't have
Okay.
that.
I can move that.
And then
They
the
had some
ladder-
stakes without signs on them too, and we were concerned that our kids might fall on them, and that is why they are laying on the
Yeah,
ground.
so
But, like-
the lieutenant's inside talking to them now
Okay.
regarding this.
Okay.
But yeah, they're going to need to clean this up.
Well, we're okay with being on the ladder where we're at
What
now.
I'm trying to, and now as far as the boundary line is right now, the grassway, until we get that permanent survey and given a definitive line, we're not enforcing anything right now between the
Okay.
grassway. But yeah, give them a buffer zone. I say within a foot or two. Don't be standing, leaning. That
Yeah, we
fence
don't
belongs
touch
to
their
them.
fence.
And
Okay.
and then the property appraiser's website, the line does show that it is on the side. You can see from the satellite view, the fence is in view, and then the line is going somewhere like right in front of us.
I've seen all. I've looked at
So,
multiple.
but what does that line mean? Without a tape measure, you can't measure that from that picture where
It says
I think it's 63 feet or something.
It's 60. Yeah, it's 63.5 feet from the center of the median. But the question was that they changed this because it used to be a 2-lane highway or something.
So it needs to be reevaluated by
Yeah.
surveyors from the markers that get the tape measures and all of the equipment that we don't have that. We can right now, yeah. As long as there's we're going within common sense.
You
what's
see where my
real.
ladder is? It's, I mean, that's more than
that's
2
what,
feet from the
that's what
fence.
we were going. Once the lieutenant gets done talking to them, we were going to discuss that with you guys
Okay.
as far as the ladder goes. I know
Okay.
you guys been out here with the ladder, you know, to kind of oversee what they got constructed here with the fencing. But this is a State Ford Avenue is a state road, State Road 37.
Yeah.
There is a statute that does talk about transportation facility, the state transportation facility, which this roadway is.
Yeah.
You know what's safe and you know, and I don't. The lieutenant has a statute, so I'm not going to quote it exactly because I don't have it memorized. But it does talk about the safety of erecting objects along a state road facility.
Does that apply to their tarps?
Well, that one's not. What the concern is blocking the regular traffic, and on State Road 37. So that ladder, unstable ground, someone on top of it, falling over, and you end up into the roadway, getting hit. So that is a concern. That's a safety hazard. That's our job is to make sure everyone is safe.
I guess to clarify on that,
Human rights, but
you've had the ladder out here for years, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, was it ever a problem in the past?
It's never been a problem.
Just to confirm.
yeah, I just became involved in this situation maybe about a month ago.
Okay.
I have seen the ladder out here
Well,
before.
if code
but that's
enforcement,
one of the
if code
first
enforcement
things,
would do their job and tell them to take their tarps down, we wouldn't need a ladder out here.
It impedes
I
on our
have-
First
I have
Amendment
tried
rights
to-
Let me get the signs here.
I've tried to. They won't do anything about it. So if code enforcement would do their job, we wouldn't even need a ladder out
yeah,
here.
I don't get into the
How you doing,
Good,
Lieutenant?
how are you?
Good.
Okay.
The Sergeant is Gary explain
Yeah.
everything? Okay.
Yeah, he did a little
And-
bit.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Like I said last week, the signs and stuff,
Yeah.
it is a statute against having the signage.
Okay.
Now, there's a balance between the First Amendment right and the statute, what the intent and the heart of the statute is and all that stuff. Essentially sticking the grounds, especially signs in the ground. I've already spoke to them. I just want to let you know that I'm just regurgitating what I just spoke to them about, okay? The signage in the ground, anytime you stick something in the ground roadside, you got to worry about utilities, lines, cables, gas lines, stuff like that, okay? And I've explained that to them too. But that aside, there's statute against having any signage set in the right of way, okay? So that being said, if you're carrying a sign, that's one thing, by all means, but you can't post, erect a sign or anything like that on the roadway or upon any trees or land adjacent to adjoining all public highways of the state.
Yeah,
So that's
you printed
8, 10,
that off
11.
for me. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
And then this one's a little bit different, okay?
Okay.
This was a long statute. It has to do with unlawful use or transportation facility right of way, okay?
Okay.
And not saying that your protesting is unlawful. I'm saying the statute specifically lists out solicitation and stuff like that, the medians and all whatnot, stepping out the road, slowing traffic down, doing things that would be distracting to motorist driving. And so the ladders, when we had the conversation with the city and DOT, that the ladders would be construed as an object that would be placed in the right of way that would be distracting to motorists coming by. Somebody standing up on the ladder, God forbid you fall off and land in the roadway and then you get hit. But you know, something as simple, somebody looking over and it's like somebody standing up on with this huge, you know, and then boom, next thing you know there's a crash. So the ladders can't be erected on the right of way here, okay? But your signage is good.
It's never been a problem, officer.
Well,
Never been a
again,
problem.
we're trying to get a consistent message to everybody from, you know,
We don't want to hear you. You're opening the door, allowing babies to be murdered.
from
We don't want to hear your nonsense, okay?
What's the ordinance
okay.
on the height of a fence?
Yeah.
No,
What's
no,
that?
she is
The
to these
ordinance on the
babies. She's
height
helping
of
that's
with
a
Yeah.
code
murder
enforcement
children.
issue. Ordinance. That's something to do with the city and code
No, she's
enforcement. I don't
holding
have
the door
those
open
specific
while
numbers.
women go in and murder
Um,
children. Yes.
But the signage, code enforcement comes along and they take signs off the roadway all the time.
Yeah.
They have not come here to take because the volatility of everything that's going on between
So if I have stilts, will that be okay?
That on
If I
group,
get on
volatility.
stilts,
this group.
will that
The
be
volatility?
Okay? 'Cause I can figure
The volatility,
this out.
that
So,
affects
I'll
an
get
ordinance?
by it. It's
But-
okay.
So we
I
need
can
to
buy
talk to
stilts.
code
It's real
enforcement
easy.
and see what the
It's real easy to
statute
buy
is about the
stilts.
fence.
What they said was that they do have violations listed against the property, that they're taking enforcement action against the property, okay, for the whatever violations whatever violations they have, they are issuing violations on the property.
Let's go to enforcement deals with that
Yeah.
for fines. So they're fining them.
As long as they're paying the fines, they can still.
Well, I don't know if it's a fine thing or if however state. Well, they do pay fines, and then there's hearings and all that stuff, and they have to go before and do all that stuff. So they're dealing with that side of it too. But by all means, as long as you're out here, you're carrying your signs, and but as far as the ladders or erecting the ladders and stuff, you can't do that. Okay, on the right of way.
And it says that right there.
It doesn't say you can't erect ladders. It says, and I'll read it to you.
Yeah, please.
You can
It says
see
unlawful to
through
make
that
any use of right of way in any state transportation facility, including appendages thereto, outside of an incorporated municipality, and I will get down to that at the bottom, in any manner that interferes with the safe and efficient movement of people and property from place to place on the transportation facility. Failure to prohibit the use of the right-of-way in this manner will endanger the health, safety, and general welfare of the public by causing distractions to motorists, unsafe pedestrian movements within lanes, sudden stoppages or slowdown of traffic, rapid lane changing, or other dangerous traffic movement, increasing vehicular accidents and motorist injuries and fatalities. So, and
So
then it
you're
goes down.
inhibiting our free speech. It's okay.
No, sir. I'm telling you that I'm telling you that you
We'll let a
can
lawyer
walk
do it.
here. You can say whatever you want. I'm not inhibiting your free speech.
Yeah, no, you are. We are not being able to
Okay.
be heard because of this.
What-
So
Are we allowed
I
to
mean,
use
it's-
amplification? then?
Nobody is stopping you from saying what you wanting to say,
Are we allowed to use amplification?
as long as it's
then?
not electronic.
Okay.
Exactly. But
So-
they can
so-
on their property.
I've addressed that, and I told them they can't do it either. I
What
did
about
that
their
the last time.
radios and
When
stuff?
I addressed that the last time I was out here, I told them that's a violation of city ordinance. I addressed
it's a
it.
violation. Are you listening?
I addressed it the last time I was here, and when I came in here this time, it wasn't playing. So
Yeah,
All
they
right.
were doing it yesterday, but since you're
Well,
here, they're
once
not.
again, all I'm doing is giving you the information. And
No,
just, I'm not here to, again, I'm not here to stop you from doing or saying what you are wanting to say. Get your expressions out and all that stuff.
Oh, we
okay?
can't if we can't use a ladder.
What's that?
Makes it a little more difficult if we gotta deal with this and we can't use a ladder.
Nobody's stopping you from doing it. Okay, you're still able to exercise your First Amendment right.
Might as well.
Okay, you just can't place a ladder on on this uneven pavement or uneven
So can I
right of
use
way.
stilts? Can I use stilts that are attached to my body?
That is a completely different
that would
thing.
be a distraction. That'd be a bigger
Like I
distraction.
explained, like I explained to them. They were asking me specific questions about specific things. Okay, I'm not here to stop you from protesting, them from protesting. I'm not here to stop any of that. Okay,
should be here to
the only
stop
thing I'm
baby
here
murder.
for is for
We wouldn't be
the
here.
safety of the people who are out here and the motorists that are here. Okay, and that being said, I can't sit here and tell you every single thing that you can and can't do because there's attorneys that litigate this stuff and have for decades,
I know.
and they can't even make a decision. All right, they can't even, so that's not for a beat cop to be. So all we're here to do is make sure nobody falls out in the middle of the road off of the top of a ladder.
It's going to help a lot
And-
more babies get hurt.
and,
that's,
well-
that's all there is to it. So
It's gonna
as long as
hurt.
you're okay with that, officer.
All right,
Okay with
well,
no babies.
you want to copy this?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Lieutenant Whitaker, what is your badge number?
27.
27. So we've had a ladder out here for years, never been an issue, right? So, and I'm not trying to give you a hard time asking this, just trying to clarify what will happen if we leave the ladder where it
We're
is.
constantly being called out here by both sides for different reasons, okay? And that's why we're dealing with this and addressing it, okay? It's
Well-
because we're being called out here, not because we're driving by and we're like, oh, let's go over there and mess with it. No, we're being called out here by either one side or the other at different times, and so that's why we're here to give you the information.
Mhm.
Hey, you can't have the signs, you can't do this, but hey, you can still. We're not here to stop you, okay? We're just here to make sure that you're complying with the law.
So what? So I'm just trying to ask to clarify, what will happen if we continue to have the ladder right here?
A ladder,
Yeah, the ladder right here.
statute says the second-degree misdemeanor.
Okay, so you'll cite us, or
Yes.
okay,
Okay.
okay. I just want to clarify that
You're going to take the ladder
on
down
video.
right now, is what you're saying.
Yeah. The ladder's got to move.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we use something
All right,
else?
they're going to come out here and remove these signs because I guess these are their signs, correct?
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
of
So if they don't, should we call you back out here?
Theirs, we're
Okay,
holding ours.
they're going to come take down all their stuff. Okay, that's roadside, so that everybody's in compliance.
You trust baby murderers are going to be honest with you?
The signage that's all They brought up Mattress Firm. They bought up the one next door and all that. Code enforcement comes around regularly. They pick up the signs. Like I said before, because the volatility of the situation and what's going on, they're not sworn police officers. They don't come here to do this without one of us here, and they haven't had a chance to call, or they haven't called us yet to come out and fill them out. So that's why we're explaining everything to you guys. Pick up your own stuff. They don't have to come out and pick it up for you. All right?
The blood of all these babies that are on your heads, officers.
All three of you.
All of you.
Especially you for opening the door for babies to be murdered.
No, it's not. I don't feel that way.
Officer
That's how
Smith?
God
I feel that
feels.
way.
That's how God feels.
I think you forget that law enforcement enforces the laws that are created
No,
by
you're
other.
Hitler created a lot of laws, and those officers
other
were put
branches
to
of
death.
government. Okay, so
The Nuremberg trials.
you guys have a great day.
Remember
They'll be out here to pick these
It's
signs
not
up.
going to be a great day. Babies are being murdered in your
talk to
city,
you.
officer.
And you're protecting it. You're protecting it, and you open the door, officer. Shame on you, Officer Smith. You should take your badge off. Because enforcing lawlessness.